Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a fun springy makeup look, get ready with me video for y'all today. So I've got kind of like a random collection of things that I'm using in this video. Some newer drugstore makeup, some drugstore makeup I'm loving, some just like random makeup I'm loving. And yeah, I just really like this look because it's kind of lighter, not over the top, especially with the eyes, but then a nice blushy cheek. And I love this lip combo. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in this video together today. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do Get Ready With Me's, favorites, empties, reviews, new at the drugstore, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it. If you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while, I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, this is the look that we are doing together on camera, getting ready together, so let's get to it. Okay, so let's start with some skincare. I'm going to start with the Costa Baja Vitamin C 15 serum. This is a pretty liquidy serum, so be kind of careful with it because it's going to dribble down my forehead. So you got to catch it. You got to be quick with it. But I really like it, and it's very affordable. Next up, the Inky List Niacinamide. It says oil, well, it says helps control excess oil, but really I feel like it's just balancing to the skin. So I really like wearing this under my makeup because my skin is very combo. It can be drier in one spot and very oily in another. So I feel like this just really helps to balance it out. Love this SPF, the Etude House Sun Prize Mild Airy Finish. It is so perfect for under makeup. It is just this light airy finish and it almost just acts like a moisturizer and a primer. The texture of it is really just nice and smooth. I love it so much. I think today I'm going to use the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation in 117 as the shade I'm going to use today. This is just a really nice, kind of glowy, light foundation. It just looks really pretty on the skin. It's fairly buildable, but it's never going to be full coverage. It's that kind of just lighter skin looking foundation, but oh, it's so beautiful. You can kind of stipple it where you want a little bit more coverage. So there is that. So see, it just kind of looks like just glowy, kind of smoother skin, but it's not full coverage. You can still see some of my blemishes through, but I just really like it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, gonna use some eyeshadow primer, the Wet n Wild Photofocus. Nice, affordable eyeshadow primer. For brows, I'm going to start with the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow in Light. It is just this, you know, tiny little spoolie brow gel kind of product. I'm going to need a closer mirror to do this. But I kind of use it on the areas where I have brow hair, which I have brow hair pretty much until the tail of my brow, and then it gets a little not so much there. So we'll fill that part in with a pencil. Okay, so there it is before the pencil. So just gonna fill in a little bit at the front of my brows and then a little bit on the tail of my brows, just to kind of, you know, fill in the spots that need to be filled in. Then I like to set my eyeshadow primer, so just taking a little bit of my powder, the Laura Geller Baked, Balance, and Brighten. So I like to just go ahead and set that. Just kind of personal preference. Do you like to set your eyeshadow primer or not? I do. I'm going to do kind of a lighter, not super over the top eye look. So I'm going to start with the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette and get just a little combo of Holy Cannoli and Toasted in Tuscany. I was making sure I was grabbing the right name. So these two right here, and I'm going to lightly apply them on my lid and into my crease just to get a little bit of color there, but nothing super over the top. Then I'm going to use this Essence Soft Touch eyeshadow in Bubbly Champagne, kind of on the inner half of my lid, just to kind of have a Nice light bright lid. I'm gonna top it with something else. I'm gonna do kind of a smudgy, smoky liner. So I'm gonna first apply this Mally Evercolor Gel Waterproof Liner in Hazelnut. Then I'm gonna go over it with the It Cosmetics Superhero No Tug Shadow Stick, and then go back in with a little bit of this, kind of just where I want it a little bit darker. This is a larger shadow stick, so it's gonna kind of smudge it out a little bit, diffuse it a little bit. So it's gonna be kind of like a back and forth sort of a, just, it's makeup. It's like art supplies. You're just kind of playing until you get it to look how you want it to look. And I do like to bring up the outer corner just a little bit to kind of lift my eyes. Ooh, I love this. So good. It's got this just really beautiful tone to it. See how it just kind of softens the look of that? And I don't get a really like thick line or anything on the inner part of my lid. Really just kind of keep it lifted on the outer corner, and then very little liner on the inner part. Kind of just helps to lift my eyes, kind of keep them open and bright, because my eyes kind of turn down a little bit, so I like to get the lift going. Now I'm going back in with a little bit of that darker pencil, just kind of right on the underneath. So it just sort of makes it look this like smoky, smudgy sort of liner, but not over the top. I just love it. I really like these two together. Now I'm gonna use this Etude House. It's like a glittery liner, but really kind of any sort of a shimmery sort of product that you wanna use on the inner part of your lid. I think this is just so pretty, and I'm gonna get just a little hint of shimmer. So I like to kind of dot it on and then kind of diffuse it out with a brush, and then just kind of keep playing with it until I get the right amount of shimmer that I want. But I love this look of just a little hint of shimmer. I want a little over the top just then, but that's okay, because really, I love some shimmer. This side was really more what I was going for. Kind of not quite as over the top, but that's okay. Maybe we just needed a little bit more shimmer for the day. Really, from far away, it's just a little hint of shimmer. And my beloved It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Now, I always love over-the-top mascara just because I love mascara. So I didn't go light-handed on the mascara. So now for under eyes, I'm going to use this Catrice Under Eye Brightener Instant Awake. I really like this. A little bit goes a long way with it. So just get a tiny little bit. I always start it in the inner corner because that is where the under eye discoloration and darkness is the most intense for me. So I start it there, and then I just kind of lightly diffuse it out. Look at the difference already. It's color correcting, it's brightening, it is very hydrating. So if you have dry under eyes, definitely give this a try because it really has a lot of hydration to it. But again, just use a little tiny bit because a little bit goes a long way. Honestly, really right there, I like that better than this side. So, you know, you really just don't need a lot of product. Depends on what look you're going for. If you're looking for that super bright under eye, you could use more like on this side, but I kind of like that look, but I gotta make a match. So yeah, just a tiny little bit over here. I mean, I barely tapped into the little container. There we go. So I'm gonna start with that. Now I'm gonna use the Ofra concealer. This is the Perfect Cover concealer. And I'm going to use the shade Nude Light. Nude Light, again, a little bit goes a long way with this. So I just like to take a little tiny dab. Because the thing is, you can always add more. I mean, don't feel like, oh, what if I need more? You can just add more. Just get the tiniest little bit and apply it right in that darkest area. That's what I find, is I kind of go right in the darkest area and then along the line. So it kind of helps to make this right here look all one color. It hides the change in color a little bit to kind of just help conceal it on my nose, because for some reason my nose just needs concealer. I don't know. It's like something about the texture of the skin there. A lot of times I find I just have to use concealer. No matter how much I like the foundation I might be using, just the concealer kind of helps even everything out there. I don't know why. Clearly I'm using it on other areas of my face too. Okay, got that all on. We are concealed. So now I'm going to use my beloved Ben Nye Luxury Powder in Rose Petal. Going to mainly concentrate this in my T-zone, like under my eyes especially. Kind of tap this on. I love this powder. I love it so much. The texture of it is amazing. I've used it for years. It's just good. And I love the kind of pinky tone to it. For me, that pinky tone is really just kind of what I need. And I'm applying this right in between my eyes and on my chin, kind of around my nose. Then for the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten in Fair. Just kind of lightly buff this on because we've already got some coverage with the Revlon, and I don't like super duper full coverage. I like kind of more of a, I'd say a medium coverage overall is what I like to go with. I love this bronzer, the Laura Geller Baked Bronze and Brighten in Fair. You can see it's got this kind of pinkiness to it, so it's really pretty. This can be a one and done kind of blush bronzer in one step if you want to do that. It just really kind of makes this, and you can use it on your eyes too. It makes this just kind of all matching monochromatic makeup look. It works great. I love it. I'm just applying this lightly, little tiny bit up on my forehead. I don't want that over the top. I just want kind of, my camera cut me off, but I was saying I want just kind of overall light bright makeup, so I didn't use very much there. I want to go along the edges of that just to kind of smooth that a little bit. Now I do want a pretty blushy cheek, so I'm going to start with the Essence Baby Got Blush in Peaches and Cream, and I'm going to apply this with a small stipple brush. So get it on the brush. This smells good. It smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers, and I like to just tap this on. I love these blush sticks. I really like the texture of them. The colors are beautiful. This one especially wears well. I usually top it with something else, but even by itself, it really seems to wear pretty well. So just kind of applying this lighter on my, not lighter, kind of higher on my cheeks, and then sort of blending it over onto the apples of my cheeks. And I sort of lift the pressure so I don't have quite as much color there. But like I said, I'm going for a pretty blushy cheek. I'm thinking that's kind of what the main focus of the makeup will be. There's that, just a pretty kind of satiny finish to it. So good. We'll kind of blend the edges in a little bit. So now I'm going to go in with the Essence Kissed by the Light. This is called an illuminating powder. Illuminating powder. So I'm just going to get a little kind of, what is this, like a duo fiber. It says 787 from Delium Tools. I'm barely touching this. Getting a little bit of this and putting this on my cheekbones. I don't want anything super over the top, just a little bit of an added glow. Now the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in Cool Coral. I'm gonna have to be more light-handed with this because this is a bright blush. So I'm just getting a little bit on a brush, kind of tapping it. Again, I can always add more. So I'm starting with it very light. And really I don't want a ton of this. We've already got, you know, quite a bit of blush going on. There's just a little hint of this color too. There's that. Now I like to take my powder brush and go along the edges of that and even kind of over the top sometimes, just because I feel like that kind of helps to smooth everything together, just blend a little bit. For lips, I grabbed several things and I'm torn. So I kind of grabbed all of these. I'm gonna start with a liner because I know I'm gonna want a liner. So let's start with Maybelline Dusty Rose. And I think I'm gonna lightly apply this Essence Hydra Matte in, this is the rosy shade, Mauve Mint is what it's called. And just kind of lightly dab it on. So not full on, kind of just dabbing it. I love this color. Such a pretty color. Now I'm I'm just gonna use all the things because why not? We're just playing with makeup and having fun. Now I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Rose Comforting Lip Color, and this is in Biscotti Mommy. Gonna highlight this just a tiny bit. Ooh, those are so pretty together. Oh my goodness, these two, beautiful combo. Okay, then I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss in the Poppy shade. Sugar Poppy. Just a tiny little bit of this because, I mean, honestly, we've already got some glossiness. We really don't need this, but why not? Okay, so here is the finished look. I really like how this all came together. Just a kind of lighter, softer eye look, and then a really blushy cheek, and I love this lip combo. So yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoy getting ready with me today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Let me know down below what you have been loving playing with in your makeup routine lately. I'd love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!